The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 116, Nasdaq's off 19, S&P's are down 8. Gold contract caught a bid up 11 bucks. $13.56.90. You get silver up 12 cents, $16.72. Oil, we're talking 66 bucks here, man.
We're going to be talking $70 in no time, it seems. Give it a day or two with this
Europe,
trend, man.
It was trading 71 bucks last night in Europe. Yep.
Was it? Yeah.
Not the WTI, but the European contract. Yeah, Brent, thank you.
Yep.
Notes and bonds, 10-year note up 5 ticks, 120.29. 30-year bond up 14, 146.12. King dollar down 155 ticks, 89.125. The euro is at 123.85 to $1 US. Yen is at 106.85 to US dollar. What day is it? Is it red or is it green? Bottom line, it's all about.
I was going to say, we don't know yet. It's red right now, but wait an hour, man.
And this has been quite a bounce. Absolutely.
That's why, right?
Since 6 o'clock this morning. We take a look at the lows to the highs out here. You're talking about 20 S&P points up from 6 o'clock this morning, right?
Yep.
Right, that's 7:30. Yeah, it's 7:30.
It's 7:30. It started to go down at 5:36. And what's interesting was the president's tweet was about 3, 4 in the morning. So it took a couple hours for everybody to wake up, I guess.
It just took those tigers and tigers to wake up. I bet that was Kevin Hinks out there.
Chicago time, man. That's like time. 5 a.m., right?
It's 3. There you go. Beautiful thing. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks at TD Ameritrade. Don't forget, folks, every trading day right here, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. Outstanding program. Kevin and his team. If you want to understand options, strategies, futures, you have it all.
You think they're going to have anything to talk about today?
Let me tell you. Now, if you haven't test-driven the Thinkorswim platform, come over to our website at TFNN. You see the banner on the top or the side. Hit it. Bring it up. They'll allow you to trade with paper money so you can follow the strategies along, see how dynamic the foundation is, meaning the platform. Thank you, the Thinkorswim platform. And that is crucial, folks, in fast markets like this, because that's what we have.
You can follow along as the market goes up and down 2% every other day, man.
This is when you can see when platforms perform.
Oh, for sure.
You know, because
there's more information to have at your fingertips, man, that you need to access.
Big time. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Another boring day in the stock market.
What are you guys going to... I don't know what we're going to talk about. I don't know.
I'm telling you, man.
We're all fighting a good battle, man. No.
I'll tell you, it's been interesting since about pretty early this morning when Donald Trump tweeted.
Yes.
And the market, they were soft overnight in all reality, and they were soft right to around this level when he tweeted, and then they broke hard. And now they've come all, not all the way back, but only down, 0.3% in the E-minis. That's not that significant, especially after the update you had yesterday.
That's it's a blink compared to what's been going on recently.
It's been a long time, folks, that you can literally blink and the S&Ps can do 10 points up or down. I mean,
right.
And it seems meaningless because it is such large moves we're getting every day or two, where 10 points isn't that startling because it's in the middle of any range you're looking at right now.
Yeah, it's meaningless unless you're on the wrong side of that.
No, that's the ironic thing. It's a huge move.
Totally. No, I know.
It's 1/3%, almost more than that, right?
Yeah, totally, man. I'm telling you.
So it looks like the answer for everything that you don't know the answer to is, hey, I'm going to have my people get back to you on that. So that's my new favorite answer that I'm going to tell everyone when they ask me things.
Right.
So,
Zuckerberg yesterday.
But, in all reality, and Facebook stock showed it, he did really well yesterday.
Oh,
he did. I watched some of it even when I got home. He was still talking. He handled himself pretty well. I was listening to highlights.
I was on the air, and I wasn't hearing any of it, but I said, whatever he's saying, Facebook caught a big bid.
Yeah, he handled it well, and he reiterated that's our business plan. He wasn't, cowering, which I think the market liked, and he said it in an eloquent way, which was
even his opening statement I thought was pretty strong and powerful. I thought he did a great job, and the stock reacted to that because remember, guys, stocks don't like uncertainty. And what he sounded like yesterday, from the minute he started speaking, was he was certain of what he was doing and what he had to do. So I was impressed, and obviously traders of the stock were as well.
Yeah. He's got one more day of the gauntlet to run and see if he gets it done.
He'll start every sentence, Senator.
Well, now it's going to be House Congressman.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, because he's in front of the House.
Yeah. Pretty wild, man. And, of course, when we bring Kevin on, every day we run through the markets, folks, and we talk about defined risk, but it's not a but. You want to get your head wrapped around defined risk, okay?
Well, I mean, and what surprised me about the tweet is that, well, what did you think was coming, right? The president just canceled his trip abroad to deal with Syria, and he said there was a hard line, and he already fired missiles at him, and then, the market's like, oh, no, he might fire him. And I was like,
it's going to happen.
What did you expect was going to happen in the next 48 hours? And then you have Paul Ryan saying he's not going to run, and the market doesn't even care about that. I heard that coming in, and I said, oh, man, what are the futures? Nothing. They're not even a factor, which is really intriguing. But in light of everything else going on, it probably isn't that big of a factor in terms of geopolitical risk and everything else.
Right. I think Paul Ryan was just, it's a shocker that, frankly, that the Speaker of the House is not running for re-election. But make no mistake, this market seems to have bigger fish to fry today.
I agree.
Yeah.
What the bonds have done based on that inflation number that
you had CPI at 830.
Bonds railing on that number really shouldn't happen, which tells me there's risk off trade going on right now in terms of the VIX, the gold, which is last time I looked was still up. Yeah, still up $11.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, gold almost at 1360. Yeah.
So they're trading the risk off, and the Japanese yen is up that way too.
And this gold market, this has big juice behind it. You're already at 240,000 at 10 past 10 in the morning. That is a big number, man. That means we're going to do about 400,000 contracts.
I just say everything's moving. You got oil rocking and rolling.
Oil. How about oil, Kevin?
The inventory numbers are coming out too in 20 minutes. So that'll be
cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That oil market yesterday, man. And the Saudis want $80 oil, right?
They're going to get it.
My God. We'll be in shock if we get $80 oil. I mean, this has been kind of nice having inexpensive gasoline, right?
Right. Well, and that feeds into every part of this economy. So, what you've got here is you've got OPEC trying to hold down prices. You've got the U.S. Remember, the API report came out last night, 10.46 million barrels a day out of the U.S. So the U.S. is in there.
Yeah.
Their U.S. production is going up. So this is going to be a battle of the Titans for sure.
Yeah, there's no doubt, man. So what are we going to be talking about in swim lessons today?
Today, we're going to be talking about the Scan Tab. We've got John Hart, the managing director of technology, coming in to give a lesson on the Scan Tab. Something, this is going to be a real light bulb show.
Yeah.
Have John come in and talk about the Scan Tab like this.
I'm going to listen because I get the tab up there, and I'm a little lost on that tab myself. So
the man.
We're going to be tuned in. Perfect.
Right here, folks. 45 minutes. Kevin, you have a great one, a safe one. Of course, we look forward to the show in 45 minutes.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Thanks so much. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Volatility, we got it in spades, folks. Dow's down 137, Nasdaq's off 16, S&P's are off 8.5. Doesn't even seem like anything.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionics, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated folic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 125. You get the Nasdaq off 13. S&Ps are down 7. Let's go over inside the NDX 100 and see what the leaders and laggards are. So eBay's a leader out here.
eBay, what's going on there?
Up 3.3%
The powerhouse of the market.
Yeah. Netflix is up 3%, $8.
That's a big move for Netflix, for sure.
Marriott up 1.7. Hasbro up 1.5.
Toys are back in fashion.
Taken away from it. Look at that, Fastenal. They're down 5.4.
They might have something.
I forget what that Fastenal did. Let's see. So sells industrial, construction supplies, and wholesale and retail places. Okay, all over the world. Interesting.
$15 billion company.
Yeah. So did they come out with numbers? Let's see what happened here.
There you go.
Yeah, they come out with numbers. Okay, so the estimate, 61 cents. Looks like the gross estimate was the same. Net sales.
It's net earnings, but I would guess there's some forecasting that doesn't quite meet what they're looking for.
Right. So if you look at this is where this gets wild. So, you can see you had these high volume lows that they wanted to test, and guess what? Now this is going to be, Google's been setting up like this. And that's what Tesla had done. It jumped the creek. But, we've been trading here since November of 2017, so that's pretty intense.
It is.
Dow Industrials, let's go look at the Dow and see who the culprits are inside the Dow. So Goldman, there's not much there, actually, huh? I mean, Goldman's putting 27 negative points,
no, right,
3M 16.
I was just going to say, they're all $200 stocks and down, $2, $2, $4. Percentage-wise, not a big deal.
No.
On the upside, though, not a big deal either.
Right.
In terms of, $170 stock up less than $1. Even, Walmart up 20 cents, putting 1.3 points. So UNH, Triple M, and Goldman Sachs are...
those are the movers, man.
Yeah.
And, it's Wednesday, right?
It is Wednesday.
Let me just look at the actual contract first. So this has been quite a run.
So, of course, we have crude oil inventory, EIA report, coming up at 10:30. It's about 10:20 right now. We got 10 minutes until that inventory report comes out. Quite a run for oil.
This is going to be a big day. Your swing highs up here, you're over them. 66.02.
It'd be pretty remarkable just mentally if we started getting into $70 WTI crude.
I know.
Just mentally, that seems so far from where we've been for a long time. But guess what? We are on a trend upwards, and we'll see if we
Let's get over that Nadex platform. And, folks, if you haven't test-driven the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Just come over to our website at TFNN. You hit the banner, bring it up. They put $25,000 of paper money into your account, and you can walk along with us as we take a look at these defined option contracts.
Okay. So we're going to close out some of these windows. Blow that up. Blow that up. Okay. So we have 10:21. We got the crude oil inventory numbers coming out at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We're going to jump into commodity spreads, crude oil, and let's start things off with the 11 a.m.s, all right? We have crude right now trading at 66.16, and for the 11 a.m.s, we're going to have, looks like either 65.75 would be a point that we could use for our bullish and bearish spreads, so it would be about 35 cents away. And then what's intriguing here is that we're going to have 65.50, which is, again, going to be 35 cents. So the indicative, as in crude oil, is trading right at kind of the middle. And before we jump around, I'm just going to see if these line up. So I tell you what, I'm going to jump right to the 12 o'clocks because we like to have the spreads where the floor and the ceiling
closest
ideally line up to where the price is trading at, so we're not...
Right.
We don't have to pay for that intrinsic value.
Right.
Whereas in the 11 a.m.s, we have about 35 cents of intrinsic value that one contract or the other, depending bullish or bearish, is going to have. So 66.25 is a point we can use. This is going to be our bullish spread with $1.50 up to 67.75. I'm almost getting lost on these numbers. 67.68. We haven't been up here in a while. And then 66.25, here's your bearish spread, trading down to 64.75. $1.50 in each direction, and you're going to have 11 cents of intrinsic value in the bearish spread, right? We're 11 cents under 66.25, so we have 11 cents of intrinsic value in the bearish spread. We're going to have no intrinsic value in the bullish spread because we're about 11, 12 cents out of the money. Well, I'll call it 13, 12 cents. So if we're buying the bullish spread, this is the noon. That one's going to be about $27. Would be selling the bearish spread. It's going to be about 38.
We get some.
That's an expensive trade.
Yeah.
If we're familiar with these, as we are, we look at them, and I'm not sure if this bid offer spread is a little bit bigger than maybe it is 7 ticks. Let's jump around, okay? So that
I think it has to do with the bullish spread. It's like we're only trading 66.14, but yet we're buying at 66.52.
Well, to put things in context, so here's both spreads are priced similarly in that the only difference is that this spread has $11 of intrinsic value, which is identical to the premium. So that's where you just want to get used to where and that's where we talked about why I jumped right to the noons, because when you're the 11 o'clocks, we would have 35 cents of intrinsic value on one side with premium added on top. That would have been expensive.
Yeah.
But I mean, oil's been rocking and rolling, okay?
Yeah.
There's premium. I mean, we've just went from what have the last 4 days been in oil? My goodness, right?
And what's happening here, I suspect that they're putting a little bit into it because you're right. You're testing these highs of the last 3 months. So if this thing flies, man, this thing can really fly.
Yeah.
And of course, it's all about missiles too in the Middle East. So that's in there too.
Ratcheting up for sure.
Right.
And I'm just jumping around. So here's interesting. Let's take a look at the full daily spreads. Okay. So now these expire at 2:30, and they're also $5 spreads. So the last ones we're looking at were $1.50.
Yes.
So there's going to be a little bit of premium potentially in here for the extra price action you have.
Yep.
And then there's definitely going to be premium in here for the time action because you have 2.5 extra hours as opposed to having an hour and a half. You have 2.5 extra hours. Now, a lot of the time premium is going to be waiting for these numbers that come out at 10:30, but still, that's a lot of time with how far oil's been moving. So 66, this time up to 71, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be your bullish spread. And this time, we're going to have intrinsic value to, and this is where it had to do with the bid-offer spread, okay? So tight bid offer spread here, right? 1 tick, 2 tick. The other spread we're looking at had like 7 ticks, and that's where
it was
things,
also 66.57 instead of 66.40.
But 66.25 was the point.
Oh, cool.
So that was a big. Okay,
yep.
so that's, we're dealing with different price points. So that's why.
Yep, I got it.
So this would be costing you 40, and then and then from 66 down. So again, this is our bullish spread going from 66 to 71. This is the one with a little intrinsic value. This is going to be your bearish spread. So you can see this is costing us 67. Not much more than the one that we were lining up, but a little bit different in that you have intrinsic value to the bullish side on the spread.
Yeah.
So you have a kind of a head start to the bullish side. That last trade had a bearish intrinsic value, about 11 pennies. But still, so you'd be looking at $67, which represents 67 cents away from $66, lots of 66 in here, would become your break even. And what's nice is you have till 2:30.
That's a big dumbbell.
And if you ever got $3, $4 in movement, I mean, things could happen. Missiles could fly today. Who knows?
For sure. There's this and
let
that.
alone if without missiles. I mean, the type of price action we've been getting, you know, just taking a look at the chart as we come into the break, big action, you know, and this is just talk about pulling it back. We were just at $63 on Monday. Yeah, so we got 3 minutes. We'll be back with those news. And
stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Come right back, folks. Would you like exposure to the foreign currency markets without any downside risk to your principal? Then consider the Petro Currencies Market Safe CD from Everbank. This 3-year U.S. dollar-denominated CD leverages the performance of 4 equally weighted currencies from these top oil-producing countries: Brazil, Canada, Mexico, and Russia. This CD features a 200% leverage factor, which means that your potential upside payment will be double the currency's average performance at maturity with no cap if the currencies increase in value over the CD's term. And if the returns are negative, your principal's 100% protected. Returns are based on CD performance with no correlation to the price of oil, and there is no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on this index CD. The April 19th funding deadline will be here before you know it. So call 1-855-750-4051 or visit everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a division of TIAA FSB, member FDIC. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Okay, let's see what we got here. Crude inventories rose 3.31 million barrels.
That's the headline number. Let's jump over and see how the market is reacting. So we'll pull up the chart, and it looks like it's declining a bit. I see 65.81. Let's zoom in to see some context there. So we're trading about 66.11 coming into those numbers. Right. So we're down about
that was quick.
35 cents.
Yeah.
And again, you can see the time right here. We're looking at 10:30 and 53 seconds. So we're only within a minute of this news breaking. And like you said, we had a decline, right? Was it a decline? I'm sorry. Let's jump back. What was... No, they rose. 3.31 million barrels. Much bigger crude build than expected, and an expected draw in distillates as well. So your gas inventory is rising 458,000 barrels. But I wonder, we'll pull up because expectations are everything. Like to scan down here and see. So it looks like that wasn't quite the expectation they were looking for. But nonetheless, the market is reacting. And look at that, right? Quite a pop as well. So the trade we kind of focused in on towards the end of that segment, right, was the one that was the 2:30 trade with a potential $5 in action.
Yeah.
And you have till 2:30, and that was going to cost us about $67 for both legs of that. So you'd need 67 pennies away from $66 to become your break even.
Right.
So either 66, 67 or 65.33, somewhere in that range becomes your break even. You have value anywhere away from 66. And like we always talk about, if you get a spike in one way, you can always close out one leg of this trade.
Yes.
The other leg of this trade remains active until, of course, 2:30. So we'll check back in. Not too much of a dramatic move currently.
And this is a really good day for the aspect of the 2:30 close because there's so many moving parts, you know, between Syria, between Paul Ryan, just between the market in general.
Sure.
Right? You know.
Just in general, I think the oil market's been rocking, man. Every time we do this on Wednesday for about the last month, we've gotten some good action. There's been some good videos just because you got good action, and we've almost gotten good action in both directions.
Yes.
With a spike lower followed by an acceleration to the high side, or a spike higher with a pullback later in the afternoon. So we'll see. We'll see. Right around $66, $65.90 currently. We'll check back in.
Let's go over and, what we had out here this morning is that we got
you know what?
Okay,
I was just going to say that because they had the estimate in there before we jump away, that it was a rise of 3.3, and I believe that the estimate was a decline. Yeah, so just as we wrap that up, the estimate was a decline of 1.2 million barrels.
Wow.
Yeah, and
that's a big number then.
And there was a rise of
3.3.
3.3, yeah. So that market should react. It's sitting there, but we'll see what happens. So go for it.
So if we go into the gold equities, these babies caught a nice bid, folks. Okay, we go over to the GDX. The GDX has already done 16 million shares. That's a monster, folks. That is saying the GDX is going to come in with like 90 million shares.
And gold, I mean, quite a day for gold, man. Almost at 1360.
Exactly.
It seems like we were just struggling at 1327, right?
Yep. So the GDX, we're up 49 cents. You're at 22.75. What's game here, you get a high volume spike up there February 14, 23.15. And you can see Gold Corp is one of the first ones that actually had taken that out. And, inside these indices, you always want to be cognizant of, like, how this shakes out. Well, that's the 14th. Well, yes, it's actually even over the 15th. 1380. They got over there yesterday. Now, I want to see more volume in Gold Corp, but watch what you have in Gold Corp at the high. The high of the last 6 months. You get a high volume high, which is sweet.
Yeah.
The Royal Gold RGLD. Now, there we go. That's what I needed, Royal. Okay, so Royal Gold already got up to 90.25 today. This is going after its high, and we needed this. The reason being is that you've already done 200,000 shares versus 538, because the two other equities that have been really strong for 10 years have been having a hard time. Franco-Nevada, which
looks like quite a downtrend.
It is.
I mean, you can draw lines, right? Just peak to peak to peak, and that is
serious
a down
business,
channel for
right?
sure. Yeah.
$86 down to 66. And if you take a look at this has been one of the strongest gold stocks for years. I mean, years.
Geez, you put it like that, and it's still in its uptrend.
No, it
channel,
is.
though.
No, it is. It is. And the other one,
the very bottom of it, but
it is. Yeah. And then the second one is Rangel Resources, which big problems. I mean, this thing went from $104 down to 77. And when you bring this back, you know, you're going to see the type of consolidation. Actually.
Yeah, not quite the same trend.
No. And then now watch when we bring Royal. This is so. And we bring Royal back and we put this. You know, it's like, okay, you're going to go for the highs. Where are we going to go here? Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
You can see that down. Look at that, December 16th, $24. You know,
that was January of 16.
Yes.
Yeah. You said December 16th. Yeah.
So, you know, this is a big day out here for the gold market in general. And we'll see how the whole thing is going to shake out. So,
just peeking back in.
Yep.
Still right at that level. As we know, it's funny when we jump around on this. We'll jump around. We'll say, let's check back in, and boom, it's like moved like 70 cents.
Oh,
not yet, but
yeah,
that's why it's just my own curiosity.
No doubt.
And it's not always at 10:30, and you know, it's like it's sometimes 10:40, 10:45. Right. There'll be like a big move.
Right.
And with that type of a miss on the numbers, seems like it should be doing something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go over to the NQs. So the NQs, folks, has just gone from negative to positive. This is the Nasdaq futures.
Market's going to be all green by the time Kevin Hinks and the TD Ameritrade team
we take a look at this now. Look at this at 7:30 this morning.
Yes.
You're at 65.50. We're up 87 points from there. Now, what it's doing, this is where the danger point is. What it's doing is going right into the highs of yesterday. And,
sure.
You know, we'll see whether it can blow it away.
We hit 66.43. The high is 66.51. 8 points in the Nasdaq. Poof, that's nothing.
I know, man. It's pretty incredible saying that that's nothing.
It is.
Let's look at some of the. I want to pull up Netflix in a second too. But I just want to look at some of the higher volume stocks.
Of course, Facebook, right?
So I'm wondering. I wonder if let's see, sale of 60 million. Yeah. So Hilton's selling something. That's up 381. You have GE down 15 cents again. No big deal. Facebook is flat. Apple's flat. Let's pull up Netflix. Let's see what's happening with Netflix. So Netflix up 11.56. They come out. Is just bidding it up or what? Let's see.
They've been getting upgrades. I think that's it. So they had a price target raise at Cohen.
Okay.
From 275 to 325.
Okay. Yep. That's this morning. Okay.
Yeah.
So this.
And then look, you have another one. Netflix assumed at Monash Crespi with a buy. Price target of 350. So you have a couple.
Just run them up. Right.
Hey, they're in a good spot. You know,
God
bless the company that's going to get in front of Netflix, and it's probably going to be Amazon. You got to go.
Yep.
They're the only one with a shot right now. Apple maybe, Amazon. You know.
Yeah. So Amazon's flat out here. Oh, you know what we have? We have to go over to. Okay, what was the name of the? Paul had called us, and then let's see. There's two, as soon as we come back, we're going to pull up those two stocks. Says you got long.
Pipe us into what you're talking about. What kind of?
There's the two crypto stocks that actually got stopped by the Nasdaq.
Okay.
And now what's going to happen is that now they're kicking them off Nasdaq, both of them, and they've halted both of them. Stay right there, folks. Come right back. Long fins.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. So one of the equities was Longfin Financial.
Yeah, and I do remember this when you were talking about Paul from Nevada. I think he called somewhere.
He called right there at the low. Because I felt so bad the next day. I'm saying to myself, oh, my God, the stock's up $10.
Okay.
And the following day, it got halted in the middle of the day.
Yeah, and it looks like that's the 6th, which is that Friday? Yes, that is Friday.
Yeah.
So he probably called on maybe Wednesday.
Yeah.
There's Thursday, the big pop on the 5th, and Friday it goes up, and then
intraday they stopped it.
Yeah.
And what they did out there this morning, this company, this morning they're basically kicking it off of Nasdaq.
You're good. You're good.
So the second one is going to be a long blockchain and Longfin, two stocks that recently skyrocketed after announcing to embrace blockchain technology. Both disclosed Tuesday that they received delisting notices from the Nasdaq. They're done. Bottom line. And you know, it's a shame, folks, is that if I go long blockchain, watch. This is still long. This is still trading, and someone was thinking they were getting a good deal on this morning.
Okay. Got it. What's your...
They were buying this morning because this stock's not halted, and they were buying this at $1.58 pre-market, and yeah, it's $1.11. When I pulled it up, and that's what's so sad when people don't realize. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
That there's not once you go there. Now there's Pink Street equities.
Pink Sheet.
Yeah, there's Pink Sheet equities that trade in the Nasdaq that are great companies.
Sure.
There's some very large companies. But there's plenty of companies that make no money that you're giving someone money for nothing.
And wasn't this the one that was like Long Island Iced Tea or something?
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, that was,
exactly.
They were an iced tea company that changed their name and it went up, you know.
Right, exponentially.
Yeah.
You know, so if we look at this, when you're going to see, this is where, and there she goes. We went from $1.70 up to $9.40.
And
it seemed like a bit higher than that.
I was just say what's really remarkable is that we're now way even below that level.
Yes.
It's like it didn't even go back to where they were beforehand.
Amazing.
So what else is going on today, right?
So let's go. We're going to go from cryptos to the basically the marijuana business.
You got it.
Okay, this is
Speakers of the House are making all sorts of news this morning.
So John Boehner,
yes.
he's tweeting too.
He's tweeting. That's right. He's tweeting that he's joining the board of Acreage Holdings, which is a cannabis company, and he's going to be on there. When you go to the press release,
can I just read that?
Sure, go for it. Yep.
Okay, because so this is him. I'm joining the board of Acreage Holdings because my thinking on cannabis has evolved. I'm convinced descheduling the drug is needed so we can do research, help our veterans, and reverse the opioid epidemic ravaging our communities. Okay, cool.
So the schedule, I believe it's a Schedule 1 drug, which is the same as like heroin.
Yeah,
and so that prevents any type of federal money used for research, which would be the first step, because people often talk about, well, we just don't know if it's bad. And it's like, well, that's a reason why, because, you know, Congress has made it illegal to even study it with it on that schedule.
Right.
So what's interesting, though, is that when you go over there, here's the press release, and along with him is Bill Wells, Massachusetts former
governor of Massachusetts.
Republican governor of Massachusetts as well. Now Republican governors in Massachusetts are more liberal than Republican governor, so they're teaming up.
So what does this company do? So it's not an IPO yet, folks.
No,
it's a private company.
They're really close. We were Googling it during the break, and so...
you get their website, though, right?
Yeah, and this is a news, but this is their website. This is the About section of their website. Okay, we'll zoom it in a little bit there. We'll get it. And so they were founded in 2014. They have a diverse portfolio of American cannabis industry. Okay, so they're in America, and that's why, of course, you're going to have a former Speaker of the House. They're not a Canadian company, right? They're gearing up for the lobbying. They're gearing up for everything. And they are part of all of it, as in they got the full distribution.
Cultivating, processing, and dispensing operations across 11 states.
Yeah, so they're probably everywhere that it's legal in any capacity currently, and they're poised for...
So Acreage has fostered a strong partnership with regulators, physicians, medical researchers with the aim of setting a new standard for the industry. Legislations, regulations evolve.
As legislation and regulations evolve, Acreage is poised to build on its leadership position by expanding its footprint and capabilities to bring safe, dosable, and affordable cannabis to the market. So, pretty interesting, but I'd say, you know, the tide is
going...
Yeah, this is, I mean,
what is the vision? I just want to see this.
Sure.
Okay, they deeply believe in the transformational power of cannabis to heal and change the world. Okay, the mission to champion and provide access to cannabis beneficial properties by creating the best quality product. Okay, so it's a market.
They want to make a lot of money.
Yeah,
that's why I was saying, they want to sell a lot of product at a lot of price.
It's so new.
They want to change the world, man.
Oh, look at, it's just so new. That's why I really want to get my head wrapped around. Okay, investment in Maine. Look at this. Okay, Kevin Murphy, our founder, makes investment in the wellness and pain management connection in Maine. Meanwhile, Colorado is the first state to legalize recreational movement. For 20.
Wait, I mean, that's
2012.
That's
look at that timeline, man. I didn't know it was legal since 2012 in Colorado.
Oh,
it's 2018.
Colorado, ahead of the times.
Wow.
So interesting for sure. We'll see how it shakes out. But I mean, smart company in terms of one thing to be in Canada where things are pretty much sorted out, much more so than in the States.
Yes.
And in the States, you better have your lobbying arm ready if you're going to be one of the forefront companies because there's a lot left to be decided in terms of what happens legally. So let's jump back to oil.
Look at this.
So jumping back to oil, 1048 now, and like we always say, the first move isn't always the one that carries, right? We were trading at 66.11. News breaks, we spiked down to 65. Is it? Yes, 65.72. And from there, we're up a solid $1 from that level.
You get what's happening here, folks, is that this is breaking out from the last 3 months of trading. So this is good. This could be pretty intense, man. And this is really cool having the 231 now.
Yes,
because
and you know, depending on if you're bullish or bearish, right? I mean, what is intriguing already at these levels, here are the two spreads we're looking at, the 230 expirations.
Yeah.
Here's your bullish spread. This is going to be the one with all the value now because we're up there. This is still an active contract, but completely out of the money. And that is where, right now, you could close out for $77. Remember, it was costing us $67 for both legs of this trade. You could get a profit. And then if it happens to reverse, you still have value anywhere below $66. That's one way to trade it. The other way to trade it is you say, I think it's going higher, and you keep this contract open. And you can trade it at any time prior to that news. So, you know, you have right now 70 cents of intrinsic value, right? And then you have a little bit of premium on there as well because you have until 230.
Could you just go back to that chart for a second?
Yes, pretty remarkable. These are 5-minute bars we're looking at. So this was the bar from 1030 to 1035, 1035 to 1040, and then 1040, 1045, and it's not stopping.
And let me tell you, I mean, this, yeah.
Oh, it's quite a run in terms of even, I'm just going to put this on, let's put it on hourly, because check that out, right? Look at that run from $62, call it overnight Monday as we come into the trading week, okay? That's last week. Pretty remarkable. We started the week off at $62. We're up $5, and it's the beginning of Wednesday.
Now, watch what happens here, too, folks. You know, there's always something that moves markets around. And when oil is going up, normally, you know, oil stocks go up, so that's good for the market. But guess what? When you start breaking out topside, we start talking $70 oil, that's not good for the market, because that means we all got to spend...
Prices are going up, man.
Exactly. Definitely. Huge amount of money, and guess what? If you the oil business, that's great. But then it sucks all the rest of the money out of the economy.
Pretty interesting. Definitely some good price action.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We get the Dow down 144. NASDAQ is flat. S&Ps are down 6.5. We'll come right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
There are 5 reasons traders and investors fail to spot bear markets. It's a set of 5 very specific patterns that have preceded every bear market during the last 130 years. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability and the #1 market timer in the nation, as ranked by Timers Digest for the S&P 500 for the last 3, 6, and 12 months. You see, timing is everything. And on Wednesday, April 11th at 5 p.m., I'm going to share with subscribers exactly how to time the next bear market. Look, the last 3 bears averaged a decline of 49%, which means you've got to earn 82% just to make your money back. Wouldn't it be easier to avoid the next bear market altogether? Sure, countless experts tell you that markets can't be timed, but what they're really saying is that they can't time the markets. So let me teach you how. Sign up for Mastering Probability by coming to the homepage of TFNN.com to begin your 30-day money-back guaranteed trial membership and learn the exact tools that I use to time the markets. And if you can't attend live, don't worry, because the workshop will be archived on your members page for the next 30 days. Don't let that next bear market eat your porridge. Sign up today.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. And we were talking Wednesdays. We're talking spreads, volatility spreads in the Nadex platform. And look at this oil contract.
You don't have to wait long to get a good update on the crude market right now. So currently trading 67.13. We were as high as 67.42. We have the bullish spread we were looking at here. You'd have $116 of value at this price, because anything over $66, we're about $1.16 over that price. The 2 legs of the trade were going to cost us about $67 if we had made it. Quite a run, quite a level in oil. We're over kind of the highs that we've been at in any recent mode. So some good action. We'll see where the day leads us.
And have until 2:30.
Yes, that's and
the
this
big
contract's
number.
open. You could close it out, take your profit if you wanted to, remain this one active. It would be hard-pressed for this to start trading below 66, right? But anything's possible in this market.
Well, and you know what's cool about something like this? You know, we're talking one contract, but you have a couple contracts. You could always take one contract off. You leave one
if you're
contract
trading a few, we always look at one contract per. But yeah, definitely.
Pretty amazing.
Definitely. And what else we got? Today, what a day to do it, man.
Steve Rhodes,
Market action.
Tonight.
Yeah. Right after your show at 5 o'clock.
Right.
He's going to be in there. Great workshop. If you haven't tried Mastering Probability, if you've tried it, great time to try it again. Steve's put together an awesome webinar tonight talking about the 5 reasons traders and investors fail to spot a bear market. And if you sign up, you gain instant access to numerous archive workshops that he's put together. You get all of that instantly on your members page. 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers. I encourage people to check it out. 5 p.m. tonight. Don't miss it. Steve's put together a great workshop. And, of course, coming off the heels of being ranked #1 by Timers Digest. S&P, 6-month, 12-month, 3-month, gold contract.
Totally.
Gotta love it, man.
Gotta love it.
Tonight, 5 p.m.
And, you know, bottom line is that gold's up $16. This is a monster move, man.
Monster moves everywhere,
monster move. Gold's going right for $13.75. Right now, you're at $13.62. Stay right there, folks. We got swim lessons coming up next. Then I go, man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.